This is what we're going to be making today. This is John's lunch. So you might think it's a bit lavish, but it's easy. Come on, I'll show you how. Right, here we have the ingredients for our focaccia bread, which we're going to use to make sandwiches later on. So these are the ingredients, pretty standard: yeast, flour, salt, a little bit of sugar, some rice bran oil, water, and then we've got some dried oregano here and some dried thyme. First thing we're going to do is a teaspoon of sugar, and then in with 2 teaspoons of yeast. This is baker's yeast. So this has got yeast and it's got enzymes and bread improvers in it. This helps the bread to keep longer and be softer. You can use 5 grams of just yeast only. Stir this thoroughly. I'll come back when I've done that. Right, we're just going to leave that until it starts foaming. In the meanwhile, we'll measure out the rest of the ingredients. So first, 250 grams of flour. There we go. A little grind of salt. Two teaspoons of thyme. Two teaspoons of oregano. And now we'll just combine that. Now you can either put these into a bowl and get a wooden spoon and stir them until you bring them all together and then knead them for 10 minutes, or you can put all the ingredients in a stand mixer and knead them using a dough hook for 10 minutes, or you can put them in your bread maker and put them on the dough setting, which will knead it for around about 10 minutes. Either way, choose your method and do it now. Right, in with our yeast, sugar and water. Then in with 1 tablespoon of oil. There we are. And then we can pop our dry ingredients in. And I'm going to spoon these in because this is quite a wide bowl. If I try and pour it, half of it's going to end up spilling out the sides. So I'm going to use my bread maker and put it on the dough cycle, and then I'll come back when I'm turning it out onto my breadboard for its second rise. So let's get all of that in there and into the bread maker. Right, our dough has been made, and the only thing we're going to do to it now is let it rise. So here it is, it's very sticky, so we'll just put it in here with some oil on it. That's fine, like that. Cover it with a tea towel, come back and have a look in about 40 minutes, and there we have it, doubled in size. So now we can turn it out onto a lightly floured breadboard. There we go. So this is the pan that we're going to put the focaccia into. Pop that to one side, and we're just going to push the air out of this, and we're going to try and make it roughly the same shape as this pan, which is working quite well. Now what we can do now, I've cut myself some baking paper. What we're going to do, we'll try and get it in there. Perfect. Now what we'll do is we'll cover that. We'll give it another 40 minutes until it's come up roughly to almost the top of that paper there, and then we'll put our toppings on. About 10 minutes before our 40 minutes is up, pop your oven on, situate a tray near the bottom of the oven, and it's 180 degrees Celsius. Right, while your oven's warming up, which I've just turned mine on, you can get ready your toppings, which I've got some salsa, some black olives pitted and then cut in half, some onions. I'm going to grate some parmesan cheese, and I've also got a little bit of seasoning to sprinkle as well. I'll come back in around about 10 minutes. Right, finally we've got our focaccia looking every bit the size we want it to. We're just going to brush it with some extra virgin olive oil, make some indentations for the oil to stick there, and in we go with our first topping. Yum, yum. Right, then on we go with our salsa. Oh, actually, I'm going to do a little bit of sprinkles first. This is roast vegetable seasoning, and only just slightly, as you can see. We're not really dolloping it on. Now this is probably one of the most important toppings. I couldn't imagine this without it now. Right, now let's have some onions on here. And a little bit of parmesan that I've grated here. This is fresh parmesan. And there we are. Let's pop this into the oven. It's going to take around about 30 minutes, so I will have a bit of a peek at 25. And here it is, straight out of the oven. Let's see if we can, oh, it's going to come out quite easily. I'll just get it onto the tray. And there we have it. Let's have a little look. underneath is all nice, crusty. Pop that back over there. Right, I thought I'd let you into my sandwich world today. This is some focaccia that I made yesterday. I'm just going to slice that horizontally, and then I'm going to pop it in the oven at 100 degrees around about 7 minutes, I think. Now we're going to put in the sandwich today cherry tomatoes, that's them, avocado. Now here's my avocado, looking a little worse for wear, but I wouldn't get too worried about the colour. The flavour will be pretty yum. Okay, so I've got avocado, cherry tomatoes and some pepperoni. I'm going to put 3 slices of pepperoni in my sandwich today. That'll do me nicely. There you go, now you can see 2 slices of cheese, that'll do me nicely, and dressing. Got to find a dressing. Now I've got a ranch dressing, but that's pretty much full of fat, whereas this honey mustard it's got hardly any fat at all, and it's really tasty, so I'm going to go with that. And I've got my beetroot that I pickled myself. So got about another 5 minutes before the bread's ready, and then we'll come back and make our sandwich. Okay, that's nice and warm now, so on with our pepperoni. Let's get our avocado in there. Yum yum. Right, a little bit of honey mustard dressing, some tomato, lovely, and beautiful beetroot. If you're not a beetroot fan, I really urge you to give it another try, because it's so absolutely good for you, and boy, the flavour's nice. Then 2 slices of cheddar cheese, and we'll put a top on it, and there you have it. That's my lunch, and there it is in all its glory. A beautiful focaccia sandwich. You've seen me make it. The recipe for making the focaccia is on in the description box for you. Very simple to make, and you can have these awesome lunches. Rightio, I'll catch you on my next recipe.